Hello, today I'm going to review The Big Sick, a new romantic comedy that came out earlier this year. It has been around for a few months now, and it stars Kumail Nanjiani, Holly Hunter, Academy Award winner, Zoe Kazan, who's the actually granddaughter of Elia Kazan, who was like this big Hollywood director, and also Ray Romano from Everybody Loves Raymond. So it's a really great cast. The movie is about Kumail Nanjiani telling his story about when he met his wife. And well, he met her in one of these stand-up comedy gigs, and they started having like an on and off relationship. We could say like they were dating, but not really dating. And yeah, things began to be a little bit more serious, and she wanted to meet his family, but he didn't want to because as a Pakistani, his family would basically set him up with different women in order for him to be married as soon as possible. I mean, arranged marriage is a reality there in Pakistan, and the movie actually repeats it a lot. So yeah, she finds out eventually about this, and she's really pissed off because he didn't told him, but that's really not as important as when she has this health issue, health problem, and he becomes more and more involved in her life, meeting her parents, and so on. This movie is really good. It's a really good romantic comedy, to be honest, because normally romantic comedies have this repetitive formula in which they always do the same little thing, and the ending is actually the same thing. I mean, I'm not going to tell you how it ends particularly, but I'm going to tell you that it ends on a high note. It ends where it should end, where every movie should end. Like, okay, it's resolved, and that's it. Because most romantic comedies always resolve themselves, and then there's like one or even two more scenes where like they get married, they had children, they meet again in the future or something like that, and that's just really annoying. Like the formula of romantic comedies, I mean, if you have seen anything with Jennifer Aniston, for example, that's the way her movies end always, and it's fucking annoying. So it's nice that this romantic comedy just did it a little bit differently, and the romance is a little bit different too. I mean, it's not like the typical romance from every romantic comedy. It has like a twist here and there, and really different actually, because I mean, you have to understand that Kumail Nanjiani is from Pakistan, and immigrants and people from other countries that live in the United States are a big thing, a big topic now. I mean, it's really important to talk about it because of the immigration problem, and how Trump wants to expel people from the United States, basically, or not give them entrance. So it's a very, a very today topic, if you will. And it's great to have the perspective of a person that's from another country. He's not a Latino, he's not an Italian, he's not a Jewish, he's not, from the countries that we always see in movies. He's from the Middle East, from Pakistan, and it's really interesting to see that perspective around. I mean, it's really funny sometimes, and it's really shocking sometimes. So it's kind of funny, and it's great that there's a voice that can, that can help us through this voyage. Really interesting that he lived through that. I mean, he actually lived through that, and at the end of the movie, you can actually see pictures of him and his wife. That, I mean, his wife is not really that similar to Zoe Kazan, to the actress that portrays her, but it's very, powerful to see that they actually went through that some years ago. I don't know how many years ago, but some years ago, and that they overcome whatever they have to overcome. His family, her health, her family too, friends, society, everything, and they are now a really happy couple. And he's successful actually, because in this movie he's trying to achieve success. I mean, really, a lot of movies do that. I'm actually thinking about this movie called Obvious Child with Jenny Slate, who was a comedian from Saturday Night Live, a program which they mention often in this movie. And she actually had kind of the same, that movie was kind of the same thing in that she was a struggling stand-up comedian. And she was not portraying herself, but like people in general and things that happen and so on. But it's really interesting that these stand-up comedians try to show like their version of the truth, their version of what they have gone through. Basically, Amy Schumer did her movie Trainwreck too, and she wasn't portraying herself, but parts of her were really in the movie. So it's really interesting that these stand-up comedians are now like famous enough to do these movies and bring their realities and their take on the world to the big screen. Of course, the thing about these movies is that no, not everyone loves stand-up comedy. Not everyone loves all types of comedy. It's probably not going to be a funny movie for everyone to see, and it has some dramatic aspects. I mean, not some, like a lot of dramatic aspects. So it's not really. It may not be a movie for everyone. I think. I mean, Jennifer Aniston's movies are for everyone. I mean, any person can see those movies. This one is not that it's a smart movie or anything, but the comedy is a little bit different. So as Amy Schumer's, as Jenny Slate's, so it's kind of different. It's like Kristen Wiig's comedies, you know, Bridesmaids and so on, even Ghostbusters. It has different kind of comedy, and it's not really the common thing in romantic dramas, and they really give a twist in romantic dramas. If you see Obvious Child again, if you see Trainwreck, even if you see Ghostbusters again, and Bridesmaids, and not even well, Bridesmaids not so much, but you know these other movies, they really have different takes on love and how it works and how you relate to other people and how you build a relationship basically, and that's what it really is interesting about all of these movies. It's really good. I really recommend watching this film. It's a really small film. It's 2 hours. It's really not that long. I mean, it's longer than a comedy should be, but it really passes, you know, really fast. I mean, you don't really feel the 2 hours, so it's a great thing. And the screenplay is really good. So people are saying it will be nominated for some awards, and that would be amazing. But I really doubt it. I don't really think it's going to happen. But I mean, I hope it happens. It would be great for this movie. But screenplay is the best thing about the movie, for sure. So thank you so much for watching this review. I really recommend this movie. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video or dislike this video if you didn't like it, and tell me why in the comments, and tell me why you liked this video and the movie if you have seen it in the comments down below. Share this video please on all your social media, and thank you again. Bye.